You're tuned into Taiwan Grooves. Let's explore the local music scene. Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Taiwan Grooves. As you could hear in the first song, we're gonna jazz it up once again today with the highly regarded, award-winning Taiwanese saxophonist Hsieh Minyen. We open up the episode with a song called Our Waning Love, which is the first track of self-titled Our Waning Love album in collaboration with Sugadairo, a new little one, together with Tokutaro Hosoi on guitar and Shu Akimoto on drums, creating an imaginative soundscape from jazz to beyond. Hsieh Minyen is a coveted player in several genres, varying from jazz, rock, folk, hip-hop, electronic to avant-garde, and his strong improvisation skills and rich tone has made him very popular around Taiwan. He won the Taichung Saxophone Competition in 2012, 2 times Golden Melody Award, and 5 times Golden Indie Music Award. Besides Taiwan, he also frequently tours in Japan, Hong Kong, Southeast Asia, and West Europe. But that's enough from me. Let's hear it from the musician himself. Please give a warm welcome to Hsieh Minyen. Welcome. Very happy that you could make it, really.
Hi, Philly. So my name's Hsieh Minyen, and
Hi.
I play saxophone.
Awesome.
Jazz saxophonist, you can say.
Oh, I think whenever I hear saxophone or see that there was going to be a saxophone performance, I always think there's going to be you.
Wow.
Because I feel like you're a very demanded saxophone player in Taipei or the whole Taiwan.
Well, yeah, thanks to everybody. Yeah, I quite enjoy to play, not only jazz, also all other genres.
Yeah, I could.
Meeting different people.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I had the chance to see your performance with Risa Club.
Yeah, right.
They were also here, so shout out to them.
Okay.
It was a really great performance. Like, they alone already have a good setup, and adding the horn section was very refreshing.
Yeah, it was a nice show, remember.
Yeah.
All very energetic and musical, went so well.
Yeah.
And audience enjoyed it. That's the most important things.
I can assure you we did.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a couple of questions. The
Right.
first one would be, when and how did you get to your instrument?
Yeah, for saxophone, it's about I think 16, 17. But before that, I'm already quite into music, but not like professionally. I like to sing.
Okay.
Sings with all the pop song stuffs. And I learned a little bit piano when I was, I think, 9 or 10, like a couple of months. Yeah, because my grandparents' house, they have a piano, so I'm kind of playing around with it, but I'm not really go really deep. But until when I was 16, 17, yeah, because I studied in a quite different school. It's kind of we say experimental. It's
Okay.
not the normal official one as normally you see in the city.
Yes.
Yeah, so anyway, they have a much more open space, freedom to students. So from there, I discovered quite a lot of different music. Yeah, especially they have a lot of jazz in their libraries.
Nice.
Yeah, so I listened to it a lot. And also during that period, I think, Kenny G,
Kenny
he's
G, okay.
super popular
Yeah.
at the time in the 90s. Yeah, so wow, seems like it's quite cool to to play a saxophone.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I really want to find an instrument and then give it a try to learn it. So I kind of talk with my parents, says, yeah, if I can get a saxophone, I want to learn it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they say yes, they buy me a very cheap student model one.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
everything starts from there. Yeah.
Wow, nice. So you had already a very huge spark of interest in music just by your self-curiosity. But none of your parents or grandparents were musicians?
No, they're not musicians, but they love music.
Okay.
So it's in the 90s, 80s, every room of our apartment has at least one stereo.
Nice.
Yeah, so we have a lot of cassette CDs, maybe Mendel Pop or the Western pop stuff, rock stuff or classical stuff. Yeah, and also my parents or my aunt, they are from the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when they're young, they listen to all those 70s.
The good music.
Folk stuff. Yeah. So
Yeah.
kind of influenced by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you started playing saxophone 17, 16.
17, yeah.
And then how long was it before it became from partial hobby to something I want to pursue this, I want to study this?
Yeah, as I mentioned, because the school are so special, it's not legal yet at the time. So if you want to pursue a higher study, college or something, it's okay, but we have to make a lot of different tests, exam to get the qualify, and then to join the 大学联考.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I'm already start thinking, before the graduation, I already start thinking, okay, where should I go? Probably not go to the a normal university. Yeah, and kind of like want to give it a try, like to the saxophone, to jazz. Yeah, because I'm really fascinated by this free improvisation, free will, express yourself sort of things. So I really want to give it a try. Yeah, so like after high school, I come back to Taipei. The school is not in Taipei; it's in Miaoli.
In Miaoli.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm born in Taipei. So anyway, I come back to Taipei and I study to get more involved with the jazz scenes in Taipei. So went to clubs. Yeah, I went to a lot of bands, like big bands, and also find some teachers to have a private lesson and to see, okay, how's the professional musician's life. Yeah, and have some ideas. And also I think about, because I'm not really music educated. And I want to really spend some time to really study well. So I'm thinking, so maybe I should go abroad to pursue a further study. Yeah. So by the time I'm already start thinking, should I go to States or go to somewhere? And I met these two guys, like couples actually. Yeah, they are violinists and pianists, and they study jazz in Europe. Yeah, so by the time it's really fascinating for us, because normally we say, yeah, okay, jazz is American music, so you should go study in the States. Yeah, to New York or to Berkeley, those famous places.
Because Europe equals like classic or something.
And everybody, all the people before us, they went States. Yeah, but these two guys, they really bring something really different. Yeah, perspective of view. Yeah, everything really different, and the way they study and the way they treating modern music. And also during the time, because I think 90s or early 2000, there's a lot of CD sales in the time. So in Taiwan, there's a lot of like import, really nice import, distribute from a big company, a lot of different jazz CD. And also during that time, they do a lot of reissues, because before CD, there was all vinyls. So during that time, they're doing a lot of reissue, like making all the classic records to the CD. So at the time, we kind of listened a lot. Yeah, so I'm already know, like, okay, besides the mainstream, like, okay, jazz, bebop, swing, those typical one, and there's also like European style, free jazz, avant-garde, experimental one. Yeah, like, okay, different countries, they have a sort of like a different style of jazz, the way they interpret or integrate with their own culture. Asian, Japan. Yeah, so I think there's also another reason that why I want to study in Europe, because for them it's also like jazz is kind of like a foreigner things. And as a Taiwanese musician, I really want to find the way to express myself or express my identity as a Taiwanese in jazz music. And not only like, okay, I want to become like another Herbie Hancock or John Coltrane sort of thing. I love their music, but it's their music, it's their way of expressions. I want to find mine. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
So in 2005, so then I went to Brussels to this school. Yeah.
See, but okay, out of all European places, why Brussels?
I think because of these two teachers.
Oh, they studied.
Yeah, they kind of
well.
introducing this school, and so then I know the system and know teachers. And it's quite nice, and also financially speaking, it's a lot more cheaper than the school in States. Yeah, especially if you want to go to those like really famous school. Yeah, it costs a lot.
For sure.
Yeah, so in Europe it's more okay, and also I think the culture-wise, bit more attracted by the European culture. Yeah, they are more complicated.
Really?
Yeah, more different. Because
are we?
Because because Brussels is like a center of West Europe. So there's so many like,
too many nationalities combined.
Many nationalities and many lot of, like also the European Unions there. And the language. I mean, the city itself, they mostly speak French, but I'm in the Flemish department.
You're right.
And there's a lot of like outboard students, so we speak English or other language. Brussels is not if you're thinking about, traveling, or something like major big city, you think about Paris or Amsterdam or Berlin. You don't think about Brussels. Yeah, you know the mannequin piece and the Grand Place.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Yeah. Yeah, but actually it's still so many things going on. Yeah, inside of the city. Yeah, I mean, if you live there, if you know people well, you know what's happening.
Right.
Yeah. And the school itself is nice. The saxophone teacher was really, really nice.
Cool.
Yeah, so kind of like it inspired me a lot.
Very nice. Now, how about if I were to ask you, because a lot of times I hear about Brussels from people living there that it's not the cleanest city and there's some criminality.
Well,
did you have that
I
feeling?
mean, it's a little bit experience. Like my house get robbed. Yeah, the window are broken. Things happen.
Oh,
like
wow.
that. Yeah.
Was your saxophone taken? I
Saxophone
hope
is not is still there, because I'm in the jam session.
Okay,
and,
so you have it with
yeah,
you.
I have it with me anyway. Yeah, but my computer, all the like electronic devices are gone.
Oh no,
Yeah.
sorry.
Really bad. But
Yeah.
it's an experience. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I'm not injured. Yeah.
No, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I mean it's different than Taiwan or Asian city.
Oh, very
Yeah,
different.
But the vibe, still. I mean, I mean, you already commit yourself. You're going to study abroad or living in a different
Mhm.
space, different culture with different people. So more or less, we have this like a mentally prepared.
Right.
Yeah, and of course it takes some time to get really used with it, because if you want to live in like a foreign city,
Mhm.
there's so many things you have to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, so also that's another reason that I choose Brussels to study, because at least you have to go through for 5 years in the school.
Mhm.
Yeah, so 5 years is long enough time. Like me, I think we take like almost 1 year
Yeah.
do all the administration things down. Like okay, you get the phone number, you find a
Number
nice
and the
apartment.
Social. Yeah.
Yes, all the social system. Yeah, first you take 1 year to get everything done, and then you spend like next 2 years to get along with all the colleagues, students,
Yeah.
friends.
Getting a group
Yeah,
of regulars.
and then getting to know the city. Oh, where you get the food? Where is the cheapest supermarket?
Yeah.
And where's the nice food, cheap for students? And where's the those jam session place that you can go,
Yeah.
nice bar. Yeah, you also take some time to really know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also in a way, music-wise, because I'm not good enough in the music. So, okay, there's so many things happening, but you don't know why are they doing that. You have your kind of ideology, like, okay, jazz should be like this. I want to study that. But jazz is like this. You go to different cities and different people, they're doing different things. Yeah, so you kind of, you don't understand at the beginning, why they're doing this? Why they're not playing like those black guys, people in New York? Why they make this awkward style of music? They call it jazz. Yeah, but after like 3-4 years study, then you know the music, know everything more well. So you kind of start understand, okay, that's their expression.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of their jazz, of their music. Yeah, and that's the goal I want to reach. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. So that was back when you were, let's say, 20 plus?
24, 25,
24, 25.
until
okay.
almost 30. Yeah, when I arrived
Right.
back.
When you said you wanted to find your own expression and you had your idols, do you think you have found it by now?
Well, in a way, you can say yes.
Mm.
Yeah, you're more experienced. Like, okay, in the moment what you're gonna, because jazz or improvisations, it's about choice.
Mm.
Yeah, or improvise at the moment. It's very hard to say, it's okay, like, okay, you decide one style or one direction, or you're doing that
Mm-hmm.
all the time. Yeah, I mean, as a student, you can say like this, but I mean, if you play professionally with different people, or if you really want to seeking for the inspiration at the moment, so you have to really leave that.
Mm-hmm.
The option opens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I more or less have a confidence what I going to say, what I'm going to play. But in a way, I'm still looking for like a different stimulation, different inspirations. Yeah, listen to music and then digging from there, from the past great.
Very
So
nice.
still on the way.
No, very
yeah.
nicely said. I feel like you don't have to find a category. That's the beauty of it, as you said. Like, now you play this, now you play this. Like, you're not in a box.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of the greats, could you give me a couple of names of who influenced you the most?
Well, yeah, John Coltrane, of course. I don't know if you know Coltrane, trends, and for saxophone, I think Joe Henderson. Yeah, he's
Okay.
really one of my big saxophone hero. Yeah,
Nice.
and of course Stan Getz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Wally Marsh. I mean, it's
This
kind of
I
less
get.
people know, but very influential. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Also, like all the player I encounter with, there's always something that inspire me.
That's
that
very good.
I want to learn, I want to study, I want to get to know that.
Wow, that's a great way to approach anything in general, but even like music. Very good. So, it is safe to assume that jazz is your most comfortable and favorite style to play?
Yeah, or the roots, you can say.
Okay,
yeah,
the roots.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think in jazz, there's one saxophonist called Dave Lieberman. He's also quite well known in the education area, and he used to say jazz is one of the most scientific, efficient music study.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to learn music, you want to really learn music from the full spectrums. Jazz is the best way. It's the most scientific way.
In what
Yeah,
way?
because I mean, of course, you practice your instrument, so this is no different than the classical or the pop thing.
Right.
But in jazz, you in a way you're learning to interpret, but you also have to create. So by the purpose, then you have to know more about how the music are created and how to create the music. So yeah, we facing like a harmony, rhythm, melodic, and all the theories. Yeah, we kind of have to learn everything to be able to create, to speak at the moment, and to face all the different kind of style, different groove, different vibe.
Right.
Yeah, different nuances.
Right.
I mean, that's what he means. So jazz is kind of a really nice education, or
like
the base
Yeah.
open the door to the all different kind of music genre.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah,
the whole
yeah.
approach. If you want to
Yeah.
improvise, you need to know all the things.
Yeah. Probably we have to study a little bit, or I mean practice a little bit. If you're facing different genre, maybe different groove or different way of maybe the harmony, chord scale sort of stuff. Yeah, once you get that, it's very easy to adapt to it for jazz musicians. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
No, it makes me happy that you went to Europe. And
Yeah.
I meet a lot of Taiwanese people, but they usually go to, Vienna,
Oh, yeah,
Germany.
Yeah.
And that's the most, and it's always like
for
classical music.
Yeah.
So, well, now it's definitely more popular, but I can imagine that some years ago, going to Europe to study jazz was kind of like a, wow.
It's quite few, yeah, but still, because these two musicians that I mentioned, like the teacher that I have, yeah, so they kind of introduce a lot of students. So in our time, we are like maybe 10 or 12 Taiwanese students in the jazz department.
Okay.
And the whole department is about maybe 60, 70 people. So quite a large
huge proportion.
Yeah. And then we all know each other because we all studied with the same teacher. We joined the same music camp in Taiwan. So yeah, it feels nice. I mean, you go aboard study and with your friends. Yeah, and then kind of like staying together and practice together and then taking care each
That's
other.
good.
Yeah.
Do you still play together these
Yeah,
days?
with some of them. Yeah. Many of them they still in the music scene, and they most of them are doing really well.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very good. And that's it for today's episode about Minyen's jazz education in Europe. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and tune in next week for another episode and our second part of the interview, where we're going to dive into the music industry and learn more details about jazz. And before I sign off, I have one more song for you ready, which is called A Little Rag for You. And similarly to the first song, is from the same album called Our Waning Love.
Okay, let's play.
Okay.